try to kind of keep this kind of quick because it is a short look. It's supposed to be very quick, but again, I'm talking through it, so it might take me a little bit longer. But I have already moisturized with my Olay Fresh Effects Long Live Moisture, and I've already primed my face with the Urban Decay Complexion Primer Potion. I think now that I've gone back to this, that this is my favorite primer. So I've let that kind of soak in, and before I do anything else, I'm going to take this concealer here. It is from Yabby Cosmetics, and it is too dark for me, but it is a yellow toned concealer, so I'm going to take and put that under my eyes to help cancel out any bags that I have under my eyes, because I'm not going to be wearing like full coverage foundation today, so it's going to help just cancel everything out. And I'm just going to take that on my Real Techniques domed shadow brush. I'm just going to pat that. You can see that it's too dark for my skin, but you can also see that it's kind of canceled out any blue or purple that's under there. So now that I look really funny, I am going to take two products and mix them together and put them on my face. The first one is this tinted moisturizer from Kula. It's a mineral sunscreen. It's got rose essence, and it smells really good. And it's sunscreen, and it's SPF 20. So, and then I'm gonna mix in my MAC Select Cover Up Concealer in what is this? NC20. And I'm just going to mix those on the back of my hand because this is the tinted moisturizer and that's where I rubbed it into my skin. I just feel like it's too dark. Back of my hand. And I want a little more coverage than a tinted moisturizer could provide. I don't know if I already said that. I think I probably did. But so I'm just going to kind of plunk this on my face. So now that I look super funny, I'm just going to take my fingers and I'm just going to rub that in. And this really does smell really good. So now that I've got all that worked in, that kind of feels a little tacky from the concealer, but it'll be okay. What do I want to do next? I don't know. Under I still look a little yellow, I'm going to take the Benefit Fake Up Concealer in Light, and I'm just going to run that under there, over top of that yellow. And then I'm just going to pat that in with my fingers. I feel like this is the best way that this goes on. Then off camera, I set under my eyes with my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder and my translucent powder, and I also, or no, not my translucent powder, my setting brush. And I also went ahead and set my T-zone with that as well because I feel like this powder really helps oil control in my T-zone. For me, I've found that. And then I'm just going to kind of conceal the rest of my face, and I do have some blemishes, so I'm going to use Studio Finish in NC20, and I'm just going to use my finger. Again, I'm trying to keep this like brush free, pretty much, and I'm just going to pat that there. Right there, right here. Really just over any like super redness that I have. And then just going back with my Real Dome Shadow Brush again, I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my brush and just go around my nose. And I'm using a brush because I really want that blended in. Today I'm going to set my face with the Revlon Nearly Naked powder in Fair. I think this is the lightest color, and I'm just going to use my Real Techniques Duo Fiber face brush for that. Just kind of like in circular motions, just kind of buff that over top of the skin. This will add a little bit of extra coverage and just take down any shine that a sunscreen can give. So then I just went ahead and lightly contoured my face. I used my MAC not Extra Dimension Skin Finish, Mineralized Skin Finish in Give Me Sun. And to apply it, initially I used my Duo Fiber contour brush from Real Techniques, and then just to really blend it out and buff it out and make it look less noticeable, I used my Duo Fiber face brush. Loud noises. And then to highlight, I'm going to use my Extra Dimension Skin Finish in Double Definition. I'm just going to use the lighter portion on my setting brush and just on the tops of my cheekbones, kind of going up on my temples. like that. And again, I'm going to go over with my Real Techniques brush just to make sure it's not super heavy, because again, we're trying to be light-handed with the skin, but for some reason I just can't do that. And then for my brows, I just thought I'd throw this in there and show you what I've been doing. I know I normally use the Makeup Forever pencil, or hard pencil in number 2, but lately I've just been doing it really light and light-handed because I do have naturally full brows. So what I've been doing is I've just been taking a spoolie and brushing them through. I haven't been brushing them up. I haven't been really doing much of anything with them, but like maintaining and grooming. So I've just been brushing them through, and then on the Real Techniques brow brush, which is actually really thick, I've just been taking this really light sandy brown color. It's actually called Sand Dune, and it's from Yabby Cosmetics, and I've just been taking that, and I've just been kind of running that through them. And I've also been kind of doing this because my hair is lighter, and I do kind of want my brows to look lighter, but I don't want to dye them or bleach them. And then just in areas that need to be actually filled in, I've been going in with cork in the same brush. And just like, especially like the front of this brow, I've just kind of been ever so lightly just filling in the stubborn areas that need to be filled. And then I'll just set it with a clear brow gel, and that's all I really have been doing for my brows lately. Then for blush, I just used my regular mineralized blush from MAC in Dainty, and I used my Real Techniques blush brush to apply that. For the eyes, I feel like I've kind of already done this, but this I think was more about light skin. I don't know. I'm just doing this. So, but before I put any down, start again. Before I put down any kind of creamy base or anything, I'm going to take my Soho Fluffy brush and this color Naked from the Naked palette, and just with my eye open, I'm just going to blend that above my crease. And I love using this brush to do this because it just kind of really smokes out and blends out the color. And then on my Sephora Fluffy brush, I'm going to take this one here, Buck, and I'm going to focus that more in the crease, but still keeping my eyes open. Keeping that a little bit above the crease, but focusing more in the crease. And if you have oily lids, you might want to use a base before you do this, but I'm not going to, because when I do this, I don't really have a problem with that kind of lid contour wearing off. I just don't. But anyway, then next I'm going to take my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Sugar Frost. Now, if you wanted just to keep this really natural, I'd say put on some mascara and go, but I like sparkle. So I'm just going to take this and just run this across the top of the lid. And just kind of pat over that with my finger, just to blend it well. Probably keep the mirror out of my face so you can see what I'm doing. Just add a little bit of shimmer to the lid. And then, like I said, these don't crease, these set very well, but just over top of it I want to take a combination of these two colors. This is Sin and Virgin. They're very pinky toned nude colors, and I'm just going to mix those on my Real Techniques base shadow brush and just run those over top, and that'll help blend out any harsh edge and just give a little bit more shine to the lid. And you can see the difference. These are becoming optional steps, so it's not really like, hey, you have to do all of these. So then for liner, I'm going to use my Caviar Stick in Plum. It's just a really dark purple. It almost looks black, but I promise it's purple. It's this really pretty dark iridescent purple, and I'm just going to take that on a Sephora angled brush and just dab that in the product there. And then just along the lash line here on top of there, just add a little definition to the eye and change it up from black, because black can be boring. or brown. Black and brown kind of get boring, so I think it's fun to use other colors to do this. And I'm not going to wing it out, and I'm not going to do anything like that. I want it to look natural, but I am using purple, so it's probably not going to look super natural, so there's no gap. And you can see that that just kind of adds some definition to the eye. So then we're pretty much done, but I'll tell you what I used off camera. For mascara, I used the They're Real from Benefit first. I put like 2 coats of it on, and then over top of that, I put the CoverGirl Flamed Out Waterproof. Not the most waterproof formula. I'm going to talk about that later in a different video. But, so that's what I got on for mascara. And I curled my lashes too. And then on my lips, I just had foundation left on my lips or whatever I put on my face. And I just put my Rose Salve over it. And it's just this pinky tone lip balm salve stuff. It's great. I use it day, night, all day. Anyway, so that is the finished look. Just really natural kind of day glamour. Goes with my 1950s-esque hair today. I'm thinking about doing a tutorial on how I get my hair like this. So thumbs up if you want to see that. So that's finished look. Very natural, very just kind of simple. Very done down for me. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.